Welcome back, guys. Alex here with part 2 of Bowman Bonanza. So previously on Bowman Bonanza part 1, you guys saw that I had 3 cards, which are displayed in front of you here. Jack Daniels, right next to the Templeton Rye, appropriately. Jerry Stolly, and Bob Rush. Well, here are the next 3 slabs that we're going to go through now, one of them being a Hall of Famer, and 2 really tricky short prints. So very excited to share these 3 with you guys. First up, Mr. Bobby Morgan of the Brooklyn Dodgers in an excellent mint 6. This is a short print number 135 in the set, and boy is it a tricky card to find. You can see here, if you look at it dead on, that the centering is pretty good, but upon closer inspection, it's a little cockeyed. You can see it's kind of rotated to the left a little bit. But I'll tell you what is in good shape, which is the registration of this card. It's pretty near spot on, which is a miracle because this is a very difficult card to find with good registration, so I'm very pleased with this card overall. You can clearly see also that this is a spring training photograph. This is not obviously an Ebbets Field photograph. So here's the back. Bobby Morgan was a utility infielder for the Dodgers. He got to play alongside such iconic players as Pee Wee Reese, Gil Hodges, and of course Jackie Robinson. Bobby Morgan's numbers are not gonna jump out at you on the page, but he definitely appreciated playing alongside those great players. He said of Robinson that he was a superhuman being and that it was an honor to play with him. I think a lot of times when we're looking at baseball players, we tend to look at stats as to whether or not they're worth our time, but what I kind of like about collecting this set is that it has reminded me that it's not necessarily just about the stats. It's also about taking a look at what was going on around the game of baseball while that player was in the game, and so I think Bobby Morgan's a good reminder of that. Very happy to add him to the collection. Tricky card. Next up is very key Hall of Famer from the Cleveland Indians, Mr. Early Wynn. Number 146 in the set, and this is a near mint 7. Forget about the fact that he's a Hall of Famer for just a second. I know it's hard, but just an absolutely gorgeous card. Look at the lighting, the pose, the fact that he's kind of leaned up against the top level of the dugout there. Got the ball in his hand, looking off to the side. Just an absolutely fantastic photograph. Blue sky behind him. Obviously, Wynn was a Hall of Famer. I love this look that he's giving because it just fits his personality so well. So Richie Ashburn of the Phillies said that Wynn was such a fierce competitor that if his grandmother were up to bat, he would bean her. This guy wanted to win. He wanted to win no matter what. And he was willing to do whatever it took to win a game. He was a 9-time All-Star. He won the Cy Young in 1959. He won 300 games. He lost 244. He had a 3.54 ERA. He had over 2,300 strikeouts. This guy was a master of his art, and he knew it, and he took it seriously, and he took no prisoners, so to speak. Just a beautiful card, in addition to being a key card because he's a Hall of Famer. That's what I love about this set. Like I've said before, you can have a card with a player that's hardly been in the game, and it can be just as amazing as a card that features a Hall of Famer. So you would think that I would have finished with Early Win, being that he was the Hall of Famer in this 6-card auction win. But I wanted to finish with this guy because I just absolutely love this card. I love this card. Bubba Church of the Cincinnati Reds in an excellent mint 6. Let's take a second here and just look at this card. Look at this card. This card is stunning. Absolutely stunning. I've now gotten over 100 cards from this set, and I am still blown away by how absolutely gorgeous these cards are. There's nothing like these cards. And I know some of you will stand by me like Joey brings it out there. You're on my team, I know you are. Just look at this card. This guy looks like an iconic player. I mean, everything about this, the photograph, the composition, the cloudy sky, just absolutely astonishing as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing like this set anywhere. This card, of course, is a short print, excellent mint 6. Tricky card to find, centered, tricky card to find registration-wise, and I'm quite obviously very excited about the quality of this one. His full name is Emery Bubba Church. I'm not sure if that's said on the back here. I think it just says Bubba Church, yeah. So his full name is Emery Bubba Church. One thing that I really enjoyed about his history is in 1950, he was actually part of the Phillies Whiz Kids team, which was his rookie season. Unfortunately for him, he was hit in the face by a line drive hit by Ted Klaczynski, which kept him out of the World Series. And I guess you could speculate that maybe that had something to do with his with the Phillies not beating the Yankees in that series. The Phillies got their butts kicked by the Yankees in 1950. And of course, I also wanted to mention that, as is the case with many of these players, that Bubba was in World War II. He served in the U.S. Army Air Forces in China, Burma, and in India before returning and playing for the Phillies and eventually the Reds. But just an absolutely stunning card. I think I'm going to do a side piece on just the Bowman color cards that have cloud backdrops, because they're just absolutely stunning. They really make the cards feel iconic. All right, so Bubba Church added to the set. And that is all she wrote, guys. Thanks so much for checking out these 2 videos. Very excited to add these to the set and very excited to share them with y'all. Thanks so much for checking out the video, guys. Looking forward to your comments and our discussions. Take care, have a great day, and I'll certainly talk to y'all soon.